and you start doing what we trained to do. Otherwise, don't come back to this fucking corner. Do you hear me?
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan, and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. We normally do This Week in Boxing, but as you know, we had the little summer holiday. We were off for 2-3 weeks, so we've missed quite a bit. So this is This Week in Boxing, but it's kind of like a mixed match catch-up of everything that's been going on. Ade, let's start first of all with the most disgraceful match I've seen in boxing in years and years and years. Saga versus Danny Garcia.
Next.
Listen, I'm telling you, okay, I watched that fight live. Sorry, I didn't watch it live. I wanted to watch it live, and I was so disappointed in the card. I watched it in the morning. That was the first time I actually watched a card in the morning in maybe 3 or 4 years. That fight there was so disgusting. Al Heyman, Golden Boy, and everyone involved in that card should be disgusted with himself. Saga didn't land one significant punch within the fight and took a tremendous beating and a brutal knockout. The corner didn't stop it, the ref didn't stop it, and after a terrible knockout, everyone said, "Oh, he earned his shot." Eric Gomez said he earned his shot. How the hell, after the fight like that, after the knockout, can you try to justify it?
It's, you know, the problem is, prior to Al Heyman, you almost had like kind of one person to blame, whether it be a matchmaker or Oscar. You kind of said, or Schaefer. So it's 3 people, but they're almost within the Golden Boy team together. Yeah. So you couldn't say, Golden Boy, that's your decision, and that's disgraceful. Yeah. With Al Heyman recently, this mythical man that's making these silly matchups for people, and the boxers coming out saying, "Yeah, but I'm getting paid." Yeah. I get the fact that you're getting paid, but the matchups are now becoming a bit silly. That card, in terms of Lamont Peterson, Daniel Jacob, they got some of the work. Set up fights. It's almost embarrassing. I mean, do they think that all of us boxing fans are punch drunk or something? Yeah. That we don't see this and think, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? But like I said, I tweeted it the other day. Maybe us fans are to blame. I mean, the live gate in terms of people watching it live, nearly tops 1 million. Yeah. 900 and something thousand. Do you know what I mean? So people like Al Heyman are going to think, why do I need to put on competitive fights when I'm getting paid to do these ones?
I want to mention one more thing as well. As much as I'm blaming Al Heyman and Golden Boy and the whole team, you got to blame Saka's team as well. And here's why I'm blaming his team. Saka's a fighter. He's a professional boxer. He's going to take the fight. Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, he's not going to be... If you're a professional boxer and you're scared to take fights, then you're not a professional boxer. You're just a street fighter or a club fighter. Yeah. He's going to take the fight. His team should know this is not a good fight. You're a 135 guy that's not ranked, fighting the top guy at 140 at 142 pounds. So you're not even fighting the top guy in his weight, you're fighting out of his weight.
At 165 pounds. They said, say, walk to the ring nearly 165.
Why would your team do that to you?
I think, you know what it is? It's almost like a kind of risk-reward type thing. If Saga, say, got to the 8th or 9th, just for the sake of it, if he got there, then his name is still in that mix of when he goes back down to his natural weight, he's a name now and he gets the TV coverage. But because he got blown up the way he did, it's ruined it. Do you know what I mean? It's all done. I don't know what he got paid for. Hopefully he got paid a six figures, 100,000, 150.
No, I don't think so.
If he didn't, then it wasn't worth it.
Knockouts like that ruin fighters.
Especially with Garcia. We know Garcia's powerful.
Knockouts, we won't know now, but I'm saying, when you watch Saka's next fights or down the line or 6 months down the line, he might never be the same fighter.
Moving on very quickly. What's going on with your boy Shannon Briggs?
Shannon Briggs.
Shannon Briggs wants a fight, doesn't he? I mean, he has turned into a bloody YouTube Twitter troll. I don't know what's going on.
I like Shannon Briggs.
How much money does he have? He follows Vladimir everywhere.
Shannon Briggs is quite comfortable.
I mean, literally, Vladimir could go to the moon. Hey, I'm here, Vlad.
I tell you what, let's go back a little history. You know, Vladimir and Shannon got real beef from 2006, 2007. Yeah. For guys who don't know, Shannon Briggs was going to fight Vladimir, and they booked a place in New York with the hope of Shannon Briggs in. That fight never went through. Vladimir ended up fighting Ibragimov. Yep. And Shannon said they only negotiated with him to get his name on a contract so he could book the centre because no one would have booked the fight for Vladimir in New York. Yeah. So he feels they used his name to build a fight up in New York for no reason. Since that time, he has not been happy with the Klitschko brothers. When Shannon fought Vitali, you saw all the drama with that. After he's come back, after his semi-retirement, he's had to fought 3 or 4 fights. He's now on Vladimir and wants revenge. That restaurant scene, eating Vladimir's food, is some of the funniest shit I've seen on YouTube this whole year. And to tell you what, Briggs is a former world champion. He ain't fought no one recently of note, but no one's done it wider. Why can't Briggs get a shot?
Because Vladimir won't give it to him. You know what Vladimir's like? If Vladimir was American, the thing about Vladimir, he's so ice cold that he won't give him the shot. There's a queue of people wanting to get that shot with Vladimir at the moment, and I don't know how far Briggs is up in that queue. What he's doing could be working. I mean, it's one of the ones, if you get a lot of people talking about it, then you know it's going to sell. I just don't think that Vladimir cares too much about it.
See, the thing, like I said, Vladimir is kind of always cool, respectful, understanding. He's not, he's he's a very, very nice guy.
Yeah.
But where we're from, that's fighting talk. Yeah. Man comes to your gym, take some drink. It takes your food, jumps in the ring with you.
Who was the big guy that pulled Briggs out? Was that Briggs' guy or was that Vladimir security?
I think Vladimir security.
Bloody hell, he was a unit. Don't worry, if Briggs catches him.
Oh yeah,
but bloody, he was a unit.
No, Briggs knows he can't hit civilian. One thing I will say about Briggs as well is that the late great Emmanuel Stewart said before when he was alive that Briggs would be a nightmare style for Vladimir. At the time, this was back in 2007.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he said where Briggs obviously.
I'm not fooled by his shape.
He's got the technique and everything. Give Briggs credit. He's come back in shape.
Yeah, but I'm not fooled by that.
He's lost about 40 pounds.
I'm not fooled by that. Yeah, but it was 40 pounds before on.
Moving on. On the UK scene, promoter Frank Maloney is now called Kaylee.
Give him respect. Is it Kelly or Kaylee?
Kaylee.
And she looks good. Honestly, I thought it was a wind-up. Yeah. I honestly thought it was a bit of a hoax before. Yeah. Yes, he's flamboyant and all that stuff. I get that. Yeah. But flamboyant, in terms of wearing a British suit, doesn't go from that to that. Yeah. Look, I respect everyone. Yeah. But it was weird. And because boxing's such a man's sport, brutal man's sport, it's a bit strange when I saw it.
A few of my friends, ex-fighters that know Frank Maloney very, very well, they were like, Ryan, I never saw that coming. He kept that undercover for years. I tell you what,
some people joke now, like, obviously he's seen a lot of the boxers in the change rooms after the fights as well. Like, what was he looking at when he was in the change rooms?
Let's not go there. God. I tell you what, honestly and truly, jokes aside, if that's what he wants to be, that's his life, let him be happy. Definitely. It must be very hard to be a person that you feel you live in another person's body for 60 plus years, and now let's be honest, you're 60, you're not in your prime. You've actually had the pride and the guts to come out and do it. Give him credit, give him a round of applause for it. But it's a life changing to go what he wants to go through. That is
yes, he wants to do operation.
Yeah, type of operation. Boy. Well, I say all best to him. Know what I mean? It's his life. Let him do what he wants. Whatever makes him happy, makes him happy.
Main event undercard announced for the pay-per-view, and to be fair. Again, I love Twitter because Twitter really tells you what people really... And I have seen... I've never seen so many disappointments. I mean, if you look at the other undercard, that had Adrian Broner and Amir Khan, Luis Collazo, had a good... I mean, this one, they put Angulo, and I can't remember who else they've got on it, but it's not got the marquee names to get the general public. Boxing fans might tune in and think it's some good names, but in terms of getting the general... Which is what you need to get over 1 million pay-per-view buys, it hasn't got the names. There's no two ways about it.
All I'm going to say is output deal. You paid him so much money already, he don't have to do nothing except go into the ring.
Is that a problem?
Of course it's a
problem.
problem.
No, I mean a problem in the sense that Amir Khan got 1 million, they rumoured, under the undercard of that one. Adrian Broner probably got around that. Yeah. Madonna, again, got around that. These guys on the undercard, i.e. Angulo, ain't getting nowhere near that. Is that what... It is like a cheap undercard?
It could be because that's it. According to Bob Arum, he said pay-per-view was only sold for the main event. That's why he doesn't do big undercards. And maybe Golden Boys took on that ethos as well. Me personally, and like I said, for me to say this, and I'm a huge hardcore boxing fan, I have no interest in staying up till 6 in the morning. It's not like last night, which was like 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. This is Vegas. This is going to start 5:30.
Let's be very honest about it. Last night's card was a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
Figueroa was a great fight. Yeah. Deontay Wilder kind of started the things off, and then Beaker. To me, it's a better undercard than we get for Mayweather.
It is. I have no interest right now to stay up literally all night. I've got 2 kids. I'm up in the morning every Saturday morning by 7 o'clock with my kids. I have no interest staying up all day, all night to watch a poor undercard and watch a rematch, which I think is worthless.
Okay, announced a couple of weeks ago, but confirmed 100% this week. Your boy, executioner Bernard Hopkins, a man that fears no man, taking on Kovalev. Again, we're going to do a video for this, so we don't want to go too much into it, but wow. Takes that fight and takes it happily.
I tell you what, and purportedly for short money.
Yeah, not for great money.
This is why Hopkins is a G. He just don't care.
49 years old.
He just doesn't care, yeah? And the thing about this fight as well, yeah, and like, you got to understand that Hopkins, obviously, the Hopkins that fought Kelly Pavlik is no longer here. The Hopkins that fought Tarver is no longer here. The Hopkins that fought Trinidad is no longer here. But Hopkins knows how to undress punchers. He knows how to make them look silly and counter punch them and move them around the ring. The problem with this fight is that I think Kovalev is more than just a puncher.
Boxer as well.
Yeah, he's got some skills, and I think that if Hopkins wins this fight, and I'm putting my money down for Hopkins to win, I'm talking about early bets right now. If he wins this fight, you got to take serious consideration of where you rank him the all-time greats. Reese, as it stands right now, I think the highest person of the modern era, of our type of era, is Leonard, who's around number 10 all time, and then you got Duran and Marvin Hagler around the 20-ish of all time.
And Julio Cesar Chavez,
they're around the 20, and those are the guys of our modern era. If I think Hopkins is close to those numbers already, in my personal opinion. But if he wins this fight, you've got to start saying, guess what? Of the modern era, is this guy the top 20, top 30 of all time?
Oh yeah, 100% everywhere. To me, he's
I think, but I'm saying, but that's not the general consensus. I'm talking about the media and the press and the boxing historians. You've got to answer that question for us, because we all have our opinions as fans, but you're the guys that do the books and do all the historical data. A guy that kind of missed out because of that, Adonis Stevenson, again on Twitter today, John Pascal's people said, we want that fight. Yeah. So can it happen? Adonis Stevenson, big fight in Canada? It can happen. Adonis Stevenson blew his shot. Hopkins said in the interviews that he came over, he went once Adonis came over to Showtime, instead of negotiating and making a deal, they were flip-flapping for 3-4 months, hanging around waiting. He said, what am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Just because you're the champ in the division, or you have or you think you're the marquee name, the world moves on without you. Yeah. You can't wait for everyone. Pascal's the same type of scenario. Pascal's saying, look, I ain't fought since January, I'm ready to go. He said I could fight you in September. He said, Stevenson saying no, January. It's like, come on now. The world don't work around you. The way Stevenson is right now, especially he's 36, 37, it will pass him by. His style is based on athleticism and timing. The longer you're out the ring, the older you get, that window of the athleticism and timing gets smaller and smaller. Deontay Wilder, final one actually, time's running. Deontay Wilder goes to purse bids, supposedly, because they're not going to agree with Bermane Stiverne Monday. Seems to be a problem where Bermane Stiverne is the champion, but Deontay Wilder is the most popular guy. How does that work then? If it goes to purse bids, Golden Boy's going to win. Straight up. Don King has too much financial boundaries right now. It's just the honest truth. Don King was the biggest man in boxing 20 years ago, 30 years ago. He no longer is. His purse pockets are tied. Unless he gets a co-promoter to help him with the purse bid, Golden Boy's going to blow them out. Is it a Madison Square Garden, Las Vegas? Is it that big? Or is it kind of Atlantic City? It could be with the right type of undercard. And you know, in my opinion, I don't think you have to stack fighters within a division. But as it's a heavyweight title fight with two American and a Canadian, and divisions being still in America for a long time, they should stack that card with all the young heavyweights. Yeah, Brian Jones, he's probably too. Yeah, no, you could probably get on it. Maybe it's for November. So you know what I mean? They've got so much fight, and if this fight goes on for November, and you also got the Fury Chisora fight in November, if you get another 2 good heavyweights on that card, you can kind of set up fights for a like a mini tournament. Algieri saying he's gonna knock out Pacquiao. Is he dreaming? Dreaming. Okay, dreaming. I tell you, Algieri done good for boxing. He came in, made a name for himself. But don't let people gas you and the ego taker. You are not a puncher, and Pacquiao has a very good chin. Marquez caught him with a beautiful counter punch, which Marquez is one of the best counter punchers of the past 30 years. Not many people throw a punch like that. Okay, anything else? No, let's leave it at that for now. There you go, guys. Look, quick catch up. Loads more. We've missed loads, but we're starting to go, as you know, starting to put some oil in them wheels again. And next Sunday we're gonna have obviously more of This Week in Boxing for you. But that was like a little snippet of what we've missed and what's happened right now. So guys, look, that's another This Week in Boxing. Email us at boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at boxtalkuk. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you very much for watching This Week in Boxing.